Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden. And today I'm going to be planting my chives. Last night I stuck my chives in some water. I do use the overseeding method for this also. So they've been soaking overnight. I got to get some soil in one of these little dome units here. I'll be planting all 12 cells. But before I get that going, I want to give the seeds time to drain and everything. So I'm going to pour, I have this little strainer here. I'm going to pour those seeds in the strainer, mix, shake them around a little bit, get that water off, and then I'm going to rinse them, and then I'm going to let them drain for a bit. I have a little plate here with a coffee filter on it. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I'm going to pour the seeds on the coffee filter because they're easier to pull off of the coffee filter than to actually try and get them out of the strainer with your fingers. So I'm going to get that done and then I'll come back. So hang on just a minute. All right, I'm back. And as you can see, I've got most of my soil filled up into my tray. I've got my tray marked with the date. And then here's my chive seeds. And again, it's just in a coffee filter. It's easier to pick it up than on paper towel because paper towel can kind of be sticky. You can also, if you're using the baggie method for germinating seeds, you can use coffee filters. Most times if I use coffee filters, I just use one folded in half. But you could use a couple. They're really inexpensive. You can get them at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, wherever. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get one side totally done, the other side just with seeds. And again, I'm overseeding, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've zoomed way in, and I hope you can see the seeds. I'm going to use a bamboo skewer, which is what this is. And I'm going to try and move these around a little bit. I did that over here on this side, which I did that before I covered it up with soil. Again, this is overseeding. You really only need to have, they say 2 or 3 per inch of seeds. But if you don't get the germination, then you have a cell that doesn't have a lot in. So I use the overseeding. If I get a bunch of chives, I can always split them and make more plants. When I up pot these, I'll probably put 2 of the cells into a red solo cup. And then that's where they're going to hang out till they go in the garden. The good thing about chives is that as they get tall, all you have to do is just cut them back down, and they'll hold inside and they don't get way too tall for your grow lights or anything like that. It's just, you just got to keep them watered. And again, I water all my plants from the bottom. Some of these I am going to try and grow around in my pond area where I have my wildflower seeds, because the bees really love the blooms because they're purple on the chives and it attracts them. I don't care if I get more chives growing in there with the wildflowers. That's not something I'm worried about. A lot of people say that chives can be invasive, which, yeah, going unchecked, they could, but as the little seedlings pop up, if you let your chives flower, and it spreads seeds into the area, they're real easy to pull up, just in normal weeding. So don't really worry about it. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'm going to get this covered, and then these are going to go on my grow mats, although chives do not have to be on grow mats. They don't need that much heat to actually continue to germinate and everything like that now that I've soaked them. You do not have to soak your chive seeds. It's just something I do that works for me. Happy gardening.